So the insurance industry is also known as a sunrise industry, which is justified because it has a CAGR of around 15 to 17%, and also the penetration figures show that there is immense potential for growth in this industry.
People think insurance is just about selling policies, especially life insurance. So that is not the case. I would say there is more to insurance, ranging from your actual pricing to your underwriting to customer engagement, digital management and everything.
Hello everyone, I am Reewa and I am from Pune, Maharashtra. I completed my schooling and college from Pune itself. While I was pursuing my graduation in economics, I realized how insurance is a field which is deeply connected to our economy. Basically, the insurance companies, they mobilize the long-term savings by providing insurance cover to a larger segment of the population, which further facilitates the economic growth. So that is where I developed my interest in insurance and decided to go ahead with insurance for my management studies. And when it comes to management studies with insurance, I thought that National Insurance Academy was the best option which is available.
I am Priya. I am from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I have done my graduation with a triple major in political science, economics and sociology from Mount Carmel College, Bangalore. So as I come from a social sciences background and being an active volunteer with a few NGOs, I had a basic idea of the importance of life and health insurance. But the more I read about it, the more I got interested in it, and I saw what other opportunities are there to study and pursue insurance in India. So I looked up online, I talked to a few people I know, and then my search landed me at NIA over here.
So the insurance industry is also known as a sunrise industry, which is justified because it has a CAGR of around 15 to 17%, and also the penetration figures show that there is immense potential for growth in this industry. Insurance industry is developing over the period of time, and I would say that due to pandemic, people have become more informed about insurance and why insurance is important. So I would say with informed people and with growth in technology in the insurance sector, there is immense potential for growth in this industry.
If we look at it from an economic point of view, you need to have insurance as a risk management measure when you take up a lot of big projects. So once that is there, it's one of the reasons why businesses can go forth smoothly, because they know that they will be covered adequately when time comes. And secondly, as you said, it does touch upon a lot of lives, because life insurance, especially if you look at it when it comes to term products, there are a lot of homes I've seen personally being run on the fact that they do get a good amount of insurance money in the absence of their breadwinners. So I believe it's a combination of all these factors, because it is a sector which is very pivotal to the functioning of a country.
National Insurance Academy provides a PGDM course not only in insurance, it has a dual specialization. So students over here can specialize in management subjects like marketing, finance, IT and HR along with insurance. So the weightage for the course over here is like 45% is towards insurance and 55% is towards management subjects.
Fortunately at NIA, all our faculty members are actually insurance practitioners. So they've got quite a good experience in the industry working over there, and then they come and teach us over here. So I'd say here the practical world of insurance is like very much in cohort with what is actually being taught over here. So I had like a good level of knowledge about motor insurance, especially because that is one of the most important lines of business over here. So I had like a basic idea of motor insurance depending on what they taught over here. And then when I went over there, I just had to pick up some day-to-day practices which differ from one company to another company, because where they underwrite from, what kind of categories or classes of vehicles they underwrite from. So these few technical aspects were what I had to pick over there. Other than that, basically I was well prepared to go and handle this particular line of business at Digit.
So I interned with SBI Life Insurance Company in the risk management department. As you know, SBI Life is one of the top life insurance companies in India. So this gave me a greater opportunity to understand the insurance industry, what were the current trends in the market. And also being a fresher, I gained a sense of professionalism, how it felt to be in the professional world.
So we were really excited to be having Digit at campus, and I personally wanted to join Digit because I've heard about it a lot and it's one of the companies, startups especially in the insurance space, where there is a lot of buzz going on about it. When Digit came over here, they offered us different departments and different roles, and mine was under the actuarial team. So the project I held was one from the crucial line, that is of motor insurance. So I dealt with motor insurance claims and seeing how they can be tracked due to other macro level data like accidents and other stuff. So the culture over there is that they need us to learn actually from the projects that they're giving us. From this project, I learned how corporate world actually functions, and how when there is something that we don't expect happens, how do you move on from that, and how do you take forward and achieve your goals in the end finally.
I'm from the placement committee, and we had a lot of companies. We had around 35 companies coming to the campus for the placements. Talking about my personal experience when we got to know that international companies were coming for placements, so we were really excited, and I personally wanted to grab this opportunity and get into an international company. So I prepared myself by going through their annual reports, understanding more about the international insurance market. So the placements at NIA happen in such a way that the entire batch is placed on one single day, which is known as 0 day. And this year we were fortunate enough that the entire batch was placed in 150 minutes. So we had companies like HDFC Life, Accenture Strategy and Consulting, March, Tata AIG, which came to the campus. And almost 30% of our batch was already placed through PPOs.
So placement at NIA is a very different scenario altogether, because since we have been having that 100% placement record since inception, that we wanted to carry on that thing this year as well. And as you had mentioned, in the past 2 years, the market had been a bit gloomy, job offers were a little dampened. But this year, as we'd seen, it started picking up, especially in sectors like IT and even in other sectors like insurance and all. So when we had our chance for placement, I, being a fresher, was very anxious about it, because there were a lot of people with work experience sitting right beside me, and I had that prejudice take control over me for a while. But the thing is that there was a good support from the academy, where especially when it came to Accenture Strategy and Consulting, for which I was sitting, what happened was that we had 3 different rounds of interviews. There was a technical round, then there was an MD round, then there was an HR round. Academy helped us a lot in preparing for it, because insurance consulting was something really new for us. We had actual insurance, but consulting was something that we had not heard before. So we had our director and chair professors help us with that new angle, while other faculties helped us brush up what we already know. So with this overall, I kind of got an insight and a huge level of confidence to deal my interview. So I was like, I could do this. I would be able to make it. Once I had that confidence, I think it was easier for me to go on to the next thing.
My personal interview went really well. So I kind of expected that I would get selected. And yeah, when we got to know that these students were selected, it was a great moment for me. I was really happy that I would be joining Qatar Insurance Company in Dubai.
Technically, insurance consulting is about helping insurance companies or other allied companies with their requirements. So here I would be working with them externally to see what can be streamlined, how it can be improved, how can they achieve their end goals and processes of making insurance easier for their customers. So earlier, if I'd already been placed with an insurance company, I'd be working internally, like as an underwriter or in an actuary team, deciding how their products or prices or functions should be working. Now I'd be doing it from an external perspective and more on a macro level rather than working on a specific department or at a micro level.
So an underwriter is basically the most crucial person in the insurance industry. He's the one who evaluates and decides whether to accept the proposal or to decline the proposal. So an underwriter should have a clear knowledge about the market, how it is changing, what would be the current risks which they would be facing. So I am currently preparing, I am reading more about the Gulf market, how is their culture, what would be the risk profile that we would be facing.
There has been a lot of changes in me in the last 2 years. So personally speaking, I've grown a lot more, I know about stuff that is going on around me, especially when it comes to insurance. So I'm able to connect it and relate to it with other things that are happening around me as well. So this is something that I've developed in these 2 years. And another thing is, I would say my analytical abilities have grown over here, both technically as well as when it comes to other soft skills. I would say it has grown. And personally, meeting people from different backgrounds and then staying with them has brought a lot of development in me, character development in me, and I've become more open to changes. I've become more open to unexpected events and everything.
I would say that when you choose a B school, don't just focus on placements. There are other things as well. You should also look if you have enough opportunities to develop yourself, if you are getting enough industry exposure. So I joined NIA and I got enough exposure towards the insurance industry. I have made a lot of connections with the alumni, and if this is something you are looking for, this institute is for you.
The background will not be a criteria in determining how the outcome of this course, because people from all sorts of backgrounds can come and study insurance and management over here, and still that would make a lot of sense, because it is always going to add value to you at the end of the day. Secondly, another common bias that I have encountered is that people think insurance is just about selling policies, especially life insurance. So that is not the case. I would say there is more to insurance, ranging from your actual pricing to your underwriting to customer engagement, digital management and everything. So it has got more to it than people know for. So I would say that this is a very interesting line and it's pretty lucrative as well. Come with an open mind, because there are going to be a lot of stuff that is going on over here which will kind of erase what we have right now and give us new learnings and new challenges over here as well. And another thing is that communication is the key, especially in this sector.